years. There's no, there's no earnings for 2009. The last was the Q3, I guess, for 2008.
Yeah.
Sorry, of 2008. So we have full year 2009. And ProShareNG.com, one of the newsletters on the wire, is that what's driving AP shares? Why is it at 14 naira and above?
I guess it's speculation, and probably somebody is trying to take a position. Maybe, I don't know, but I think it's when there's a demand, when there's a demand and it's strong, the supply will increase their price. So look, if somebody is looking for this thing so badly, let me try and give a different price and see. And many people who have are willing to say, okay, they offer it, and somebody snaps it up. Of course, the next thing, the price will go up. So in this case, speculation driven by demand and supply.
Okay, we have quite a bit more to talk about. Mike, is a very special day of having you here on the program. It's a very busy time for you. Mike Itegboje, the president of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, a floor-based trader, chartered stock trader on the markets. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some issues making headlines at the marketplace. This is Marketplace Analysis this Wednesday. Watching Business Morning, this final trading day of the current week. Mike Itegboje, the president of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, with us live here in the studio. Mike, thank you very much for sticking around. Let's talk about something we discussed over time. We've discussed this before. It's making headlines. The Securities and Exchange Commission is talking about it, which is demutualizing the Nigerian Stock Exchange. How do you think this should proceed?
It's interesting talking about demutualization, and all the talk I've had so far, we've seen in the marketplace and the public, is that shareholders will be coming in. In fact, the previous administration of the stock exchange gave 30% to council, 60% to the public, 10% to the staff. And nobody mentioned about the stockbrokers who own the exchange. The stockbrokers are the daily members. The stockbrokers are the ones who have been paying. They are paid up members. Right now,
what fees do you pay?
Not just a question of fees. There's a membership amount that was paid, and at the last count was over about ₦1 million per brokerage firm. And then over the years, that has been invested supposedly, and so it should have bigger value than it is right now. But brokers have been asking, what's the asset value of those investments? We need to know that, because the current valuation will determine whether they need to bring more money for when the company is demutualized or not. So, but right now, nobody is talking about them, and that is critical in moving forward, because you can't just take somebody's assets and say it on behalf of him without him getting an input into it.
So you mean the existing structure or legal existence of the stock exchange makes you member, right, but you don't have no right, as it were?
Yeah, right now we don't have any right. That's what it seems. But in real times, we are supposed to be the controllers, the ones who have the right to decide what to do with the stock exchange. It's the stockbrokers who have the right, not the elected members of council. They are elected representing the shareholders, and the majority of the shareholders are stockbrokers. So we have the right to determine what happens. And unfortunately, in the past, things have not been that way, and that's why we are in the situation, in the mess we are in now, about what to do correctly in determining the way forward for demutualizing the Nigerian Stock Exchange. You cannot do it without the stockbrokers taking an active part. You can't.
Some stockbroking firms, brokerage firms, are on the council of the exchange. Yes. So was that interest?
It's not sufficient. How many are they? And what is their voice? In a situation where previously they were handpicked by the management of the stock exchange, they had no voice. They were not really representing the stockbrokers. But moving forward, we are saying, hey, whoever is going to represent the stockbrokers must be elected by the stockbrokers. And that is it.
Those fees that you pay in terms of license and things like that, you said about #1 million per annum.
No, it's not per annum. At the beginning, you are made to pay. It's like, you know, when you do a public offer, there's a price you pay. You pay that price, and then you get a license. You are allocated some shares, and that is it. You see it on the stock exchange. And with that, the exchange will develop. Then whatever transaction you do, you pay the fees. Those ones are fee-based transactions. But the membership due, you will pay that at the beginning before you start trading.
But who does that money go to?
It goes to the stock exchange, and it's supposed to go into an account.
A separate account?
Yeah.
Bank account?
An investment account. But you see,
is that account audited?
It's audited
every year?
Yeah, it's supposed to be every year, but I'm not sure what happened in the last 1 year. I think the last audited account should be 2008.
But how much is there?
I don't know. I have not checked again.
But how many brokerage firms are on the marketplace? About 300?
I'm not sure it's up to. When you talk of, it's about 200 and it's around 250, 270.
Active stockbrokers.
Well,
both
stockbrokerage firms, whether active or not.
So all of you now want to be represented in that. It's your institute. You're working with other association of stockbrokers as well.
As you know, the institute gave back